Today we have Barb Houck from Sheer Expressions, and we are going to learn how she uses math all the time in her job. And I'll let you just introduce yourself a little more.
Okay. My name's Barb, as Deb said, and I've been in this industry for a little over 30 years. I am passionate about and love what I do. But what I do includes a lot of math. And you know, I was never a great mathematician in school. Didn't realize that I would be using it so much for my job. And I've had to learn a lot just on my own, learning ratios and angles and all of that. So today that's what we're going to do. We're going to talk about ratios of color mixing. We're going to talk about how we formulated it and how I'm going to lay foils. And then we'll show you how we did the haircut. So hey, come on over. I'm going to show you my, my formulas and show you how we mixed them differently. Most color brands, especially when you're talking about permanent, are going to be equal parts. In my case, what I use is I use equal parts of ounces. But there are some stylists who actually measure. They use a scale and they measure the weight of the color compared to the development that they're going to use. Okay, so basically what we did is we took a diagonal slice, so diagonally across the head this way, not vertically this way, not horizontally this way. We want a diagonal slice. For one, the reason why you would use a diagonal slice is because it'll give you a softer grow out and it'll give you the softest flow of color placement. Now you'll notice that I don't actually run my comb across or even pull that closed. The reason is because one of the things that happens when you're using hair color is oxidation. And you have to have oxidation in order for a color to actually process. What happens is all hair color has ammonia or a form of ammonia in it, and peroxide. Peroxide actually releases the ammonia and allows the color molecule to formulate. Color molecules do different things. Some of them, most all of them actually increase in size as they begin to oxidize. They increase in size and then they take shape. Sometimes they'll take the shape of a star. Other times they might take like a little Z. Or in our instance, the color brand that I use, our color molecules actually make a circle and then they sprout arms. The reason they sprout arms is because they like to couple up. Hair color couples, and that's why you might have a star, because a star would interlock. If you had a Z, it would interlock. Ours actually couple. They grab hands with the other color molecules that are in there. The reason they do that is because that's how they stay in the hair. If they didn't couple up, or if for some reason you did something that caused them not to couple, they can rinse right out of the hair. So basically that's what we're doing right now. We're applying that color, and what this color is actually going to do is it's going to lighten her hair. Okay, so it's going to lighten, so it'll actually lift out the natural melanin. Everybody has natural melanin in their hair. They're going to have blue, red, and yellow. Those are primary colors, aren't they? And so with primary colors you can do what? You can make any color in the world. All you need is those three primaries, a red, yellow, and a blue. So in our hair color there are red, yellow, and blue color, or natural melanin. And what happens when we lift hair is that we change the natural melanin in our client's hair. It's so important that your stylist understands what they're doing and why they would use a particular chemical or a particular conditioner or shampoo. We all understand the pH scale, why, like hair is at a natural level. If in its healthiest state, it'll be between a 4.4 to a 4.5 on the pH scale. The parietal ridge is actually the point at which my comb lifts off her head. The line of demarcation is the point at which there is hair color, artificial hair color, and it is where the artificial hair color and the natural hair color meet. Now the other thing you need to know when you're working with hair color is how long it processes. And you know what? Hair color is all different. Depends on, you have to know how much gray there is. What's the percentage of gray? Is it 100% gray? Is it 50% gray? That sort of thing. of thing. That all comes into play when you're doing hair color.
In my case, you have a little bit.
A little bit of both. Yeah, she's got a little bit of gray. What's that color going to do with that gray? I'm going to actually go down in here and unfold a foil so you guys can see what I'm actually looking for. The difference in hair color tone. And you can see, like right in through here, that's starting to lighten just slightly. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a center part across the crown. I'm going to take it all the way down beyond the parietal ridge into the occipital bone, all the way down to the nape of the head. The perimeter of the head is actually where the hair grows. So if I were to hold this back, it's actually the hairline. So right around here, all of this is the perimeter. Anything inside is called the interior. So I've started my haircut with a center part. Now what I'm going to do from that center part is I'm going to go right to the occipital bone and I'm going to take a parting horizontally across the nape of the head over to the ear. Some things that you want to know when you're cutting is if I say I want zero lift, basically what I mean by that is I'm going to comb this hair straight down and I'm going to cut it at zero elevation. Zero elevation means that it's straight against the skin. If I wanted elevation, then I would lift it out just like this. So I'm going to bring that hair straight out from where it lives. So if I bring this hair straight out from where it lives, I'm actually doing a 90 degree. So you can see that no matter what I'm cutting, I'm really working with geometry. If I understand that geometrically, if I hold this hair here, it's going to give me this. That's what I need to know in order to do a good haircut. When you're haircutting, you don't actually just go in there and, wow, let's cut this here and let's cut that there. There really is a method to stylists' madness, should I say. We have a method, a way that we cut hair. We don't just grab hair and start cutting. Really, there's a whole science to it. And it's the part that makes me very excited. I love knowing why hair color works, and I love knowing why a perm works, or what's happening when I put a perm on someone's hair. We were talking too about different industries and learning all the jobs that are available in an industry. Just because I cut hair doesn't mean that's the only thing I can do. I actually work for a company part-time, and I do hair part-time. The company that I work for, I actually educate other hairstylists on hair products, on hair color, on hair cutting, that sort of thing. So I've actually gone in a little deeper into my industry and done something more than just, working in a salon. Although working in a salon is my first love, but I prefer doing over everything.
And that's because you do an awesome job.
It's a lot of fun. The other thing I would say about my job is it's a real people industry. I spend a lot of time with people, and I love that. Now, normally, if I'm teaching a class, this would be my time that I'd say, are there any questions? I know you guys probably have lots of questions, and I really can't answer them because I don't know what they are. But what I would say is I really love what I do, and I think that when you guys go out and pick a job, you should pick something that you love what you do. And you don't have to be doing just one thing in the industry that you pick, There's always things like sales or education, things like that that have to happen in every industry.
And isn't it true, even if you feel that that's a subject that you might have struggled with at one time, you can learn it.
Exactly.
You pick it up because you use it.
Exactly. I'll just give you an example. Well, when I was in school, math was not my best subject, and converting fractions into percentages and all of that, I probably didn't do it very well, but I've been able to get into this industry and understand it in the way I understand it and be successful at it. Okay, now the best part of my job is the very end, when I get to see what it's going to look like when we're all done. And so today, we get to see what Deb looks like with Barb hair all finished out. What do you think? Isn't that awesome?
I love the color. I love the color. I love, also look how much more body I have, the way you, from the angles, right?
Yep,
Isn't that what caused that?
That's right.
And my hair probably won't look like this again, so you get to see it right now. But I just want to say, I want to thank Barb for all that she told us today and all that she taught us. We learned so much about the science, the art, the business aspect, and of course, my favorite subject, the math.
Thank you.
It was a lot of fun. Thanks for taking your time. And who knows what we have out there that they're going to be inventing next.
That's right.
And maybe you guys will come up with a new hairstyle and color.
Yeah. That's
Thank you.
Thanks.
I hope this gives you new ideas about the various skills needed in any profession.